Why is empathy important for communication? Because when people feel that you truly understand them, they feel safe around you. They trust you. They respect you. They open their heart to you. Without empathy, communication becomes dry, cold, and meaningless. Let's understand with a powerful example. Imagine you are telling your friend about a problem at work. You are stressed. You feel alone. One friend listens and immediately says, "Oh, don't worry. It's nothing. Just forget it." He didn't really listen. He didn't really care. But another friend looks at you carefully, listens patiently, nods gently, and says, "I can see how stressful it must be for you. It's really tough to feel like that at work. You're not alone. And I'm here if you want to talk more. Now tell me, whom would you feel closer to? Whom would you trust more? Whom would you want to keep in your life?" Of course, the second friend, because empathy creates connection. How can you show empathy while communicating? Listen actively. Don't just wait for your turn to speak. Really listen. Acknowledge their feelings. You don't always have to fix their problem. Just show you understand. Use words that show understanding, like, "I can imagine how that feels. It sounds like you're going through a lot. Thank you for sharing that with me." Be present. Put away distractions. Give them your full attention. Here's a real-world bonus. In sales, in leadership, in relationships, the people who succeed the most are not the ones who talk the most, but the ones who listen with empathy. Because when you make someone feel understood, you win their heart forever. Tip 4. The sweetest sound. One of the greatest secrets of powerful communication was beautifully said by Dale Carnegie, the famous author of How to Win Friends and Influence People. He said, "A person's name is, to that person, the sweetest sound in any language." Yes, it's true. When you use someone's name correctly during a conversation, you instantly make them feel special, seen, and important. But why? Because a name is not just a word. It is a person's identity, their childhood memories, their family's voice, their sense of self. When you say someone's name warmly, you are touching their soul, not just their ears. You walk into a busy Starbucks. There's music playing, people chatting, the smell of fresh coffee everywhere. You order your drink, say, "Hi, I'll have a caramel macchiato. Name's Daniel." The cashier smiles, notes it down. 5 minutes later, you're standing near the counter with 10 other people waiting. The barista looks around, holds up the cup, and calls out, "Caramel macchiato for Daniel. Have an awesome day, Daniel," with a bright, energetic voice. At that moment, you feel a little spark. You're not just an order number. You're not just another face. You feel seen. You feel remembered. And guess what? It's such a small thing, just your name. But it makes the experience feel personal, friendly, and positive. You might even smile back and think, "I like coming here. These people are nice." That's the hidden magic. In business meetings, friendships, interviews, when you use someone's name genuinely, they feel important. They feel a connection. And once people feel connected to you, opportunities, trust, and success naturally follow. Important tip. Use names naturally, not every 2 sentences. Use it when greeting, while making a point, and when closing a conversation. With warmth, not force. Always remember, in a world where everyone wants attention, simply remembering and using someone's name makes you unforgettable. Tip 5. Emotional intelligence. This tip is life-changing. If you truly master this, you will rise higher in relationships, business, leadership, everywhere. What is emotional intelligence? It is the ability to understand and manage your own emotions and understand and influence the emotions of others. And what's the most powerful part of emotional intelligence? It's learning to respond, not react. What's the difference? Reacting is automatic, emotional, impulsive. Responding is thoughtful, calm, intelligent. Imagine, you are in a meeting. Someone criticizes your idea publicly. If you react, you get angry. Your face turns red. You say something rude. Now you look bad, emotional, unprofessional. But if you respond, you stay calm. You take a deep breath. You say, "Thank you for your feedback. I'll think more about it and maybe we can discuss improvements together." Result? You look strong. You look mature. You win respect. You build bridges instead of walls. Let's take a personal example. At home, your partner says something hurtful in an argument. You feel hurt, angry. If you react immediately, you scream, you say hurtful things too. And now the fight becomes worse. But if you take a breath, stay silent for a few seconds, and then say calmly, "I'm feeling hurt right now. Let's talk when we both feel calmer." Now you are protecting your relationship. You are being wise, not weak. How can you build emotional intelligence and learn to respond, not react? Pause before you speak. Always. Even 3 seconds can change everything. Name your emotion. Are you feeling angry, sad, insecure? Label it. Ask yourself, what is the best way to respond that serves the situation? Remember your bigger goal. Winning a moment's argument is useless if you lose a relationship. Leaders, great speakers, excellent communicators, they are all emotionally intelligent. They stay calm under pressure. They choose their words carefully. They stay centered, even when storms are around them. Emotional intelligence equals inner strength plus outer influence. Tip 6. Echoing technique. If you want to become an unforgettable communicator, you must master the art of echoing. What is echoing technique? Echoing means you repeat a small part of what the other person just said in a natural, warm way. Why does this work? Because it shows the other person that you are truly listening. You care about what they are saying. You are inviting them to share more. It makes the speaker feel understood, and it encourages them to open up even deeper. How does it look in real life? Example 1. Your friend says, "I've been feeling very stressed at work lately." You reply by echoing, "Stressed at work?" Notice, you are not giving advice. You are simply reflecting their feeling back. This invites them to continue. "Yeah, my manager keeps giving me impossible deadlines." Now the conversation deepens naturally. Example 2. Your colleague says, "I finally finished the project after 3 months." You echo, 3 months? That sounds like a massive project. Again, the person will feel encouraged to share more. "Yes, it was exhausting, but so worth it. I learned so much." You just made them feel valued and important, all by using the simple magic of echoing. Important. Don't repeat everything. Just a keyword or emotion. Use a warm, curious tone, not mechanical. In negotiations, sales, and conflict resolution, echoing is a hidden superpower. When someone feels you are truly understanding them, they become much more willing to cooperate. Tip 7. Voice modulation. You can have the best words in the world, but if your voice is flat, dull, or robotic, people will lose interest. Your voice is your music. What is voice modulation? Voice modulation means controlling the pitch, high or low, pace, fast or slow, and pauses, silent gaps, while speaking to make your communication alive and magnetic. Let's break it down. Pitch, highs and lows. Pitch is the height of your voice. If you speak always high-pitched, you sound anxious or irritating. If you speak always low-pitched, you sound boring and sleepy. Great communicators vary their pitch naturally. They go higher when they get excited. They go lower when they are serious. Example, telling a success story. Excited tone. And then, we won the competition. Higher pitch. Emotional tone. It wasn't easy. There were nights we almost gave up. Lower pitch. Pace. Speed of speaking. Pace is how fast or slow you speak. If you speak too fast, people feel stressed. If you speak too slow, people feel sleepy. You must change your speed based on your message. Example, fast pace for excitement. The moment we saw the results, we jumped, screamed, hugged. It was unbelievable. Slow pace for serious points. But deep inside, we knew the real work had just begun. Control the speed, control the emotions. Pause, the silent power. A pause is a short moment of silence. Pausing after a key point makes people absorb your words, feel suspense, respect your message. Example, sometime the smallest decisions change your entire life. Those pauses create depth. They pull the audience in. They make your words feel heavier and more powerful. Top TED Talk speakers master voice modulation. They sound like they are singing a story, not reading a boring script. If you master your voice, you master people's hearts. Tip 8. Broken record technique. Have you ever faced someone who won't take no for an answer? Tries to argue endlessly? Pushes you into uncomfortable situations? In such cases, one of the most powerful communication techniques is the broken record technique. What is it? You calmly repeat your main point again and again without getting emotional until the other person understands you are serious. Just like an old broken record. It keeps repeating the same line. Why is this technique powerful? Because it shows firmness without aggression. It protects your boundaries. It forces the other person to respect your decision. You must repeat calmly, without anger, without sarcasm. Example 1. Someone keeps pushing you to drink alcohol at a party. You don't want to. Them, come on, just one drink. You, calmly, no thanks, I'm not drinking tonight. Them, oh, don't be boring. You, still calm, no thanks, I'm not drinking tonight. Them, just a little. You, still calm, smiling. No thanks, I'm not drinking tonight. After 2 or 3 times, they will give up.